GA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. And tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
Pinheiro set to kick off.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready.
On the ground with a rookie from Auburn. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get them going. So much for staying ahead of the chains with a 3 or 4 yard gain on first down. They move the chains with a nice little run.
Yeah, they're making the chain gang hustle a little bit to try and keep up, aren't they? Because a lot of the first series of games are scripted, many times to probe and find some holes in the defense. Sometimes you attack with some big-time runs, too.
Again on the ground with Hunter. They juked him. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. The Rams in a disappointing 0-4 through the first month of the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Niners, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
That's good.
A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Set. 180. 20 hot. Ready hot.
Here's Hunter. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. You look at this Niner defense, and they've been excellent against the pass. The number 6 unit in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8.
Lady, hurry!
Stafford going to give this one to Corum. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed.
It's 4th down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook.
Down the left sideline, Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
His kick is good.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Alert!
Now it's Stafford. That's complete to the... And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Set! Lady! Easy, alert!
Now Stafford. Going right back to Ferguson. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Stafford now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
2 yards still to go. Third down now. This is Hunter. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. They snap it to Stafford. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down.
80, 32. Shot.
Hunter will score. Touchdown, LA.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down in the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
One after here coming up. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Rams 10, 49ers 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time they looked to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing here, Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Something lost and never seen.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. No matter what the defense throws at them, they feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard. Now Stafford. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's a gain of 2.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point.
And it's a fumble. And now the This is scooped up by the 49ers. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line.
Remember,
and now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Hunter. Withers through. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Able to hang on to the ball this time, and in the process picks up the first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
To throw is Stafford. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. Breaks the tackle, now Alley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
It's a gain
18 yards the gain for number 18.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get in the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. He's to the 15. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Hey, lady!
From the gun, a give to Corum. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Blake Corum, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to widen their advantage. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run, making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle, no running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 86 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. He moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and a couple. Purdy now to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And taking it to the 15-yard line before it's brought down. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Get set. Up.
Play action. Now Purdy. That's complete out left to Ayuk. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 2nd and 2. First down marker at the 5-yard line.
7-yard line.
Purdy looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Stafford. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. It's So Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
32.
And they'll run it with Hunter. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
50. Switching. Got 20.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Stafford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So on fourth down, and on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Jordan Watkins deep for San Francisco. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's pulled in at the 32. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of...
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. Room to maneuver at the 35. And they are going to score on the final return. Touchdown, LA. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one. And it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. That's what they've done all game long.
I'm a rookie in the vet. Shout out to the I holding down the set.
Extra point forthcoming.
For the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Rams 24, 49ers 7.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
And he spins past him and into space.
Christian McCaffrey, touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey,
His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year.
and the Niners get a bit closer.
Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead down to 10, 24-14. After the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
There he goes, left side.
Inside the 10.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Jarquez Hunter
With his second touchdown of the night.
And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Now the try here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
31, 49ers 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well. To the right side and intercepted.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just was problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Hunter. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
136 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. offense, the worst seats, 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nacua, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 24.
38. 49ers 14.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because
they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
This is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball through, and it's second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. They're looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted.
Well, certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 26-yard line.
Back to throw, Stafford. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Here's Stafford. Throw right side, pulled in by Hunter. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On first down, Hunter. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing is Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here's Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. throwing the football. We're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Throwing again is Stafford. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and can be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Joshua Carty on for the field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave them 3, that's a win for their side.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there. A good one.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
First down, 49ers.
Here's Purdy. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
It's set. Watch out.
Purdy off the play fake. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're setting better for third.
It's a gain of 19. But it's third down.
McCaffrey running up the middle. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Purdy now to throw off the play action. He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey, a 16-yard touchdown. And the 49ers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead now down to 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the questions are going to continue to mount for this club, no doubt. This will almost certainly be another losing effort. And the questions will become, where do they go from here? Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 26-yard line.
Now Stafford. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 11.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Stafford. Oh, a poor throw there, and it's intercepted. They find some open field here. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Eddie Pinheiro lining up.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football.
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long. It certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Set. 21. Shady.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. It's taken to the 26. 13 yards, the tally on the return there. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
Now Purdy. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
He's got Watkins on the out route. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the 49er
Purdy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Back to throw, Purdy. Open man, the former Gator. It's Ricky Pearsall.
If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it would be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
It's a gain of 13.
Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown, 49ers.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
Jake Tonjes.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the 49ers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Lining up for the extra point.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
35. Eddie Piñeiro set to kick
Now
off.
after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
We've seen this how many times now. Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Pass complete there to McCoy.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
This is 1st and 10.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup.
Out of the gun, Purdy.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
Byron Young.
His 2nd sack of the night. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
That current formula's not working right now.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Get set, up.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here's Purdy.
The kicker here, it's complete.
And the Niners are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Now first and goal.
Get set.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
Throwing, Purdy. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
This is third and goal.
Get set.
To throw is Purdy. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the fourth quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Here's first and 10.
Ready.
Stafford now to throw. Going to be taken in here by McCoy. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now it's Stafford. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ferguson. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Another try, second and 10 now.
Stafford. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
It's a gain of 7.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this one is right down the middle. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's first down. Purdy to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This ball intercepted. And the Rams are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to